Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Google Docs. The first thing that you want to do is pull open your home screen, which is Google, and right over here you'll see a B, which means that I'm already logged in, so you'll want to log in over here. And then you just click this little grid, and when you click on that grid, it opens all the things that Google has to offer. So we're focusing on Google Docs, so I'm going to click the Docs right here. That opens up your Google Docs page. So I'm going to make this bigger for you to see. And right over here is Start a New Document. So you click on the blank document, and it opens up a document that looks like this. So it's basically just like Word. It has all the regular tools that it does. But what's really different about Google Docs is that you can share it with people. So the first thing you want to do is you want to title your document. I did holidays around the world with my students, so I'm just going to title that holidays. And so what I can do is I can share this with somebody. So right over here, this blue button that says share, you can click on that, and then all you have to do is put in their email address. And once you do that and you click done, then you give access to somebody else to be on the same document as you. So what's really cool is while I'm typing, someone else can be typing also at the same time, and you can see what others are typing. You can also add comments over here, and you can click and add a comment once you share it with somebody. And when you do that, you can just provide feedback to them, or if this is a student that's sharing it with you, you can provide feedback so that they can go in and change some things without you actually typing over their work. So what's really neat about this is you can have this folder over here, which just stores this in your drive for Google. So you can kind of organize yourself, make a new folder. You could title this Holidays Around the World, and to just keep yourself organized there. So I've used this a lot with my students, them typing their work and then sharing it with me. But what's really cool is you can also use this with your colleagues as well. So if I go back, and I look at my Google Docs page, all of these are documents that are shared from my students or shared by other classes. So if you go up to this grid here, and I'll show you, and you go to your Google Drive, one thing that we like to do with one of my colleagues is I have a Westchester folder. And so I go into my Westchester folder and I go to one of my classes. So this is one of the classes I had, and if I open this up, you'll see this was a Google Docs that I created with another one of my colleagues, and we just took notes together while we had class. So I could type and she could type, and we could get as many notes as possible and share it with each other so that we have this in a place that we can always store it, and it just made the workload a little bit easier, having the both of us rather than just one. So it's a really cool way that you can use it with colleagues, but also with your students. If you go back here, and this is the main thing to remember, this is kind of your grid here, and it gives you access to everything. When you share it with someone and you go to your mail, it'll show up here on your mail that you have shared it with someone, and you can create a folder over here. So when my kids created something, they shared it with me, and I have access to it here. So they emailed it with me, and I can forward it to their parents for them to look at. I can just have it here and store it here so that I can look back and grade it that way also. So it's a really great tool to just be able to share with each other and use with your colleagues also. This Google Drive is just a great way to just store your documents and keep everything in one place at once. And even over here you'll see they have team drives. So our team is made up of 7 members, and we share all of this together. So it just makes your workload a little bit easier, and to be able to share your work, and you always have access with who you want to share it with. And if you want to give them editing abilities or not. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of how you can use Google Docs, and even a little bit of how you can use your Google Drive to help the workload be a little bit easier, and to just be able to share and collaborate with others.